Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a proper video, but hopefully you have enjoyed the stream replays that we've been putting out over the past few weeks. We've been playing Heartwood Online. My son and I have been super addicted to the game. I think I may be a little bit more addicted than he is. Heartwood Online is a free-to-play MMO. You can pick it up on Steam, Android, and Apple iOS. The game is also cross-platform. There's a lot of different servers to choose from, and you can switch servers freely without losing any progress or anything like that. Heck, you can even chat in guild cross server. Heartwood entered early access August 18th of this year, 2023. In October 4th, we received its first major update, which introduced 2 new zones, a bunch of monsters, and a lot of content to really grind through. That's the first thing I want to point out about Heartwood Online is this is an old school MMO RPG where you will be grinding and grinding and grinding for pretty much anything in this game, whether it be leveling up your characters, professions, you name it, you're going to have to grind it out and you're going to have to level it up. But let's go ahead and break it down for you right now. In Heartwood Online, you'll be able to choose from 4 different classes: the warrior, the rogue, priest, and mage. Pretty much all your basic cookie cutter classes. Each class in the current state of the game has 3 skills you can unlock. Once you're level 25 with your character, you'll have all 3 of those skills unlocked. Plus, I guess there is a 4th skill in the game as well that every class gets, and that is a self-heal. But each class has 3 unique skills that you can get. Leveling up in Heartwood Online is just like any other MMO. There are quests. There's not a lot of quests. The majority of your leveling for your character will be slaying mobs, and while you're doing that, you'll be gathering resources that you can use in the game. This is one of the main quest NPCs here. And this guy has 12 different steps that you can go through. Now, it's not going to be a thing where you're doing back-to-back quests and you're going to a quest hub and picking up a whole quest log. This game's not like that. This game is more open-ended, where you can kind of pick of what you want to do. The way the game is laid out, I'm going to go ahead and show you the map here, a little bit of a spoiler, but we're going to go ahead and just show the first area here to kind of give you a general idea. So this is your starting town right here. And then you're going to find bunnies, level 1 to 4 here, that you're going to be killing first off. And then once you're done killing those and you've completed your quest associated with your bunnies, you'll graduate up to deer, and then later stags, which are a bigger version of deer. There's also rare spawns in the game. And the game in its current state has kind of this one area here. And then within the mines, there's a whole dungeon to explore. There's like 6 different levels or areas that you can explore in the mines, and then up here at the top. And that's all currently in the game. I mean, I could run on my mount from the starting town to the very end up here with this NPC in under a few minutes. The map's not massive, but the game still is early. And with 3 developers, I'm already been impressed with their turnaround time on updates and implementing fixes and all of that. I've been surprised considering there's only 3 developers working on the game. While you're leveling up your character, each level that you obtain, you will unlock 2 talent points per level. These are your talents, and this is temporary. This will be all improved upon in the future, and there's going to be Paragon levels and all that. We don't know quite yet how all of that's going to look and how it's going to play out. Right now, these talents are pretty limited, and in my experience, it seems to be the best thing to do is if you're a mage or a priest, you stack magic power. If you're a rogue or a warrior, you stack attack power, and you also want to work in a little bit of health points as well. I haven't tested all of these extensively, but in my experience, that's what I've done up to level 27, and it has worked. You can reset your talent points for 500 gold, which early on is a little bit of gold, but eventually it won't be that big of a hurdle if you choose to switch it up later. We talked a little bit at the beginning of the video when you're selecting your class and how each class has 3 unique skills as well as the self-heal. The Mage is the one that I'm playing, and those are the abilities I want to talk about right now. Maybe in the future we'll do a deep dive of all different classes, but for now, on Mage we have Freeze, Hellfire, and Lightning Strike. Your first ability unlocks pretty early. I can't remember the exact level. I think it's before level 10. And then once you're level 15, you'll unlock your second ability. And when you're 25, your third ability. I'm pretty impressed with the mage abilities here. I know we're fighting rabbits, but I'll go ahead and show off what they look like. That was Hellfire. And here's that lightning ability and freeze. I guess I one-shot the rabbits, but the freeze does actually freeze. That's the Mage abilities. The abilities in the game are nice. They're fun to unlock. They're a really good carrot on the stick to make you want to keep grinding to unlock those abilities. I do wish, however, the abilities had skill trees or ways to make the skills behave differently, or just kind of, you know, that type of interaction that we see in action RPGs, which I know this is not an action RPG, this is an MMO. But with my background, that's kind of my preference, is being able to customize those skills a little bit further. Hopefully we'll see that in a future update. In Heartwood Online, like I mentioned, you'll start out killing these bunny rabbits, you'll work up to these deer, eventually you're going to fight these bigger stags, and so on. There are rare spawns, and within that dungeon, there are bosses. You can also encounter skeletons, dog skeletons, archers, sheep. There's not a load of monster diversity, but there is enough there to grind. I think I have over 100 hours in the game easily, and I feel like I could do at least another 200 or 300 more hours of just grinding. So far, we've talked about the classes, leveling, talents, the abilities that you can get, and some of the monster diversities and the map layout. Heartwood Online also offers weapons and armor. Itemization is nothing like you would see in an action RPG. This is definitely an MMO where items in the game have a static number on them. And what I mean by that is, like this mining helmet, for example. All the other mining helmets that you'll find have these exact stats on them. You can also craft your own gear. Monsters do drop gear, this uncommon helmet and this skeletal staff. Those are actual monster drops. Now, monster drops are incredibly rare, but you can also obtain gear through questing and crafting. The game offers a nice little handful of crafting skills. You can see right here you have mining, woodcutting. Fishing is not implemented yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be soon. You also have blacksmithing, carpentry, tailoring, herbalism, and leatherworking. Again, I know I said it a lot of times in the video so far, but this game is an absolute grind. You can see my levels right here. I don't know what the current cap is on these. I think it's around 40 or 50. I know herbalism, for example, caps out at level 12 because there's no higher level herbs that you can actually gather to level that up. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. Let's go ahead, and I've leveled up blacksmithing the most, so I'll go ahead and show that off. In blacksmithing, you have different ores that you can obtain, and then you can smelt them into bars. You know, nothing special here, anything like you would see in any MMO with crafting like this. To get to level 20 blacksmithing took me countless hours of grinding ore. I don't even know why I went with blacksmithing, since I am a mage after all. Now I'm kind of backtracking and working on leveling up that tailoring. But they just recently added an update that allows you to craft higher level items with a lower level of crafting. So that'll help a little bit with that feeling of grinding and going out and leveling and so on. The last thing I want to point out with crafting is, again, it is static. The stats on the items are static. So every copper dagger is going to have these stats. They're all going to be the same. There's no RNG with the rolls when it comes to crafting or drops or any itemization of any sort. It was all static. The last thing I want to talk about with Heartwood Online is the monetization. Yes, it is a free-to-play MMO. Of course, there's going to be ways to give them money, and I think you should support this game. I've already spent a couple bucks here getting an extra stash tab, which is about $5 per tab. Other than that, the only other thing that you can spend money on that I'm aware of is mounts, and everything is cosmetic other than those stash tabs. You can buy mounts and hats, different bundles, haircuts, hair colors, and dyes. You can also unlock a few mounts in game. Yeah, the cash shop pretty much is cosmetic other than the stash tabs. The game also offers leaderboards for pretty much everything, a friends list, you know, just like anything you would expect from any MMO RPG. Heartwood has it. It's a great foundation. I definitely think you should check the game out. If you do decide to pick up Heartwood Online and check it out for free, and you feel like you want to join our guild, hit us up on Discord or in game if you see us running around. The DMGCREW, of course, is the guild's name. Again, we named it, came up with the DMGCREW name for our community over 4 years ago on one of our awesome streams. We do stream live over on Twitch. Follow us over there, catch us live sometime, and we put up the replays here on YouTube as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, or maybe you learned something, or just had fun hanging out today and talking about this wonderful game, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.